What was meant to be a night of Independence Day celebrations turned into a scene of panic and bloodshed in New York City. At least 8 people, including 4 children, were injured in a mass shooting at Brooklyn's Coney Island late Friday night, sending families scrambling for safety as gunfire erupted during the 4th of July holiday. According to the New York Police Department, officers responded to reports of shots fired at around 10:37 p.m. local time near the 2900 block of West 31st Street in Coney Island. By the time first responders arrived, multiple victims were found suffering from gunshot wounds. Among those injured were 2 adult men aged 37 and 33, 2 women aged 25 and 21, and 4 boys aged 14, 12, 7, and just 6 years old. Authorities have not publicly released the identities of any of the victims. Emergency medical crews rushed all 8 victims to nearby hospitals. According to police, 7 victims are currently in stable condition. However, a 21-year-old woman remains in critical condition, making her injuries the most severe among those wounded. As investigators combed through the scene, officers recovered a firearm believed to be connected to the shooting. But despite the discovery, no arrests have been made so far. Police are continuing to investigate exactly what led to the gunfire and whether the victims were deliberately targeted or caught in the middle of the violence. At this stage, authorities have not released information about any possible suspect, nor have they disclosed a motive behind the shooting. The shooting has once again renewed concerns over gun violence, particularly as families gathered across the country to celebrate one of America's biggest national holidays. And this wasn't all that was going downhill in New York on the 4th of July this year. During the city's massive Independence Day fireworks celebration, another frightening incident unfolded after a fire broke out on the Brooklyn Bridge, adding to a series of dramatic moments that overshadowed the holiday festivities across the city.
Flames suddenly erupted on the Brooklyn Bridge in the middle of New York City's huge July 4 fireworks spectacle, turning a night of celebration into a brief moment of panic. As Macy's fireworks lit up the East River, video captured smoke pouring from a burning section of the bridge while fireworks continued exploding around it. At least 3 sections of the bridge appeared to catch fire as pyrotechnics were being launched directly from the span, creating a chaotic scene in the sky and on the waterfront. What began as a dazzling America 250 celebration quickly took a shocking turn. Witnesses watching from the Brooklyn waterfront said the fire seemed to spread fast, with black smoke rising as more fireworks burst overhead. The frightening flare-up happened as thousands had gathered for Macy's July 4 display, one of the biggest fireworks events in the United States, staged over the East River as part of the country's 250th anniversary celebrations. And while fireworks lit up New York, President Donald Trump addressed the nation from Mount Rushmore, adding another major political moment to a holiday already packed with symbolism, spectacle, and national attention. Meanwhile, as America's 250th anniversary celebrations gathered pace across the country, on July 3rd, U.S. President Donald Trump addressed the nation from Mount Rushmore.
Well, thank you very much to the men and women of the South Dakota Air National Guard and those beautiful F-35s. We love them, and I want to thank you all for being here. This is a big crowd. This is a lovely crowd. And what a sight it is. I want to thank Senate Majority Leader John Thune, a good friend of mine, and all of us. Senator Mike Rounds, great guy. Governor Larry Roden, thank you, Larry. Lieutenant Governor Van Huysen. was waiting for that. They said, you start speaking, they won't interrupt you at all. They didn't interrupt us at all. Thank you. They're fantastic. What great, incredible, talented pilots. Thank you very much. And Secretary Burgum, who's doing a phenomenal job. Governor Ron DeSantis. Thank you, Governor DeSantis. Where's Ron? Thank you, Ron. Distinguished guests and fellow citizens, tonight we gather on the eve of one of the most extraordinary days in the history of the world. Tomorrow we mark 250 years of glorious independence and 250 years of majestic American freedom. Nothing like it. In all the chronicles of the ages, never before has any nation celebrated so magnificent a triumph as this one, the one that we are participating in right now. At 250 years, America is the oldest republic on earth. We are the freest people on earth. We have the most righteous and enduring constitution on earth. We are the strongest and most powerful country on earth. And by the grace of God, the United States of America is the most successful, most accomplished, most exceptional nation ever to exist in human history, and it is great to be your president. It is great. For a quarter of a millennium, liberty, justice, equality, self-government, and unmatched prosperity have flourished here as they have never flourished anywhere before. There is nothing like what we are doing. The birth and survival of the American nation under God is quite simply the best and most incredible thing ever to happen on this planet by human hands ever. That is ever, ever, ever. No other country has done more good for this world than the United States of America. And we give thanks for these extraordinary blessings. We remember that what we have created in this country is not the natural way of the world. It is not the norm. It is the exception. It is rare. It is priceless, and it is truly miraculous. Throughout the entire story of humanity, most people in most places have lived a life plagued by suffering, poverty, exploitation, violence, and misery. But here in America, in this land, on this continent, we have written a very different story. It's a tale of adventure, liberation, and unmatched greatness. It's the story of people governing themselves, the many uniting as one, the men and women rising by their own skill and talent to go further and reach higher than anyone has ever gone before. There has never been anything like this. The triumph of American independence was the result of the most extraordinary people in history, the most extraordinary culture in history, and the most extraordinary ideas in history, all creating the most extraordinary republic ever, ever, ever in history. It all came together for the miracle of July 4th, 1776. That was a big year. 250 years ago tomorrow, what a big day that is. I consider this a big day because I'm with you. I like that too. And by the way, we won big here. We won really big. Each and every time. But 250 years ago tomorrow, the words of our Declaration of Independence sent an earthquake through all of the coming time. They sparked a revolution that has never ended, but still continues to this day. And tonight we come to this beautiful mountain, and it is beautiful, to express our gratitude to those who made it possible, starting with the four men most responsible for reaching this milestone more than any others. We salute the father of our country, George Washington. the author of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, the great emancipator and savior of our Union, Abraham Lincoln, and the man who built America into a global superpower, Theodore Roosevelt. These are the men who declared the freedom, and won our freedom, and saved our freedom, and secured our freedom. They were men of action, men of ambition, men of daring, men of destiny, and men of truly great intelligence. Above all, they were great men of history. Tonight, on the threshold of our 25th year, we stand beneath the monument of these heroes, a true group of unbelievable people, and we rededicate ourselves to being a nation as big, bold, noble, and as great as these American giants. And that's not easy to do, but we're going to do it.